What up, friends? How are you doing? I hope all is well on your end. Long time no chat. Talked to y'all earlier, actually. Life update slash what I wanted to say at the end of the last video I just did about I'm not upset anymore. Um, okay, first things first update. I rolled my ankle. So I'm trying to get up so I can go to like an urgent care or something because it fucking hurts so bad. It's actually, and I know what it is. I know what it is. I quick story time. Okay, one time a long time ago, back in my 20s. Okay, I was walking. I used to live on Gus. No, not Gus Eckert. Gus Eckert. I used to live on 410 and Babcock. Okay, when I was married, and when we broke up, I still lived there. Okay, so I don't know why that was. I don't know why that was so relevant. I always add details of the story that doesn't even matter. Anyways, because it was after that. So, I think the whole point I was saying is I didn't have a car. Okay, so I used to walk to the Walmart that was a couple miles away. Okay, a few miles away, and I remember it was the first trip I was making by myself without my husband because he was my husband at the time, and because I used to go for long walks. I still do that sometimes too whenever I have time. So I went for this long walk to Walmart. I took the back street so I wouldn't have to take the access road because the apartment was like right a block away from the access road, but I used to take the back streets. So took it all the way down and I went to Walmart. And on my way back, I was walking in the parking lot and I didn't see, because I have bad vision, I didn't see this huge ass pothole. And this is in the parking lot of Walmart. Okay. And so what do? I roll my fucking ankle. Like, and it went, and you can hear it went like, like you could hear it, like it was like this loud ass. And I was like, and I was just remember like, oh my, like I didn't fall. Did I fall? No, I didn't fall. I didn't fall. I caught myself with my other foot somehow. I don't know how. And it was nighttime. I think I forgot to mention that. It was nighttime. It was like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It was like a Friday night. And I had like one or two bags in my hand, right? And so I busted my ankle and I was like, what do I do? Like did I have a cell phone? This was early 2000s. I don't think it was 2002. I think cell phones were still new. I didn't have a cell phone because I couldn't call anybody. And I was just like, my leg was throbbing and I was just like, bitch, you're alone. Your husband just left you. You're alone. Your husband just left you. You're by yourself. My daughter wasn't there. She was with her dad. And I lived alone. So, bitch, you're by yourself. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I was in a dark fucking alley. Like, not like it was like not in the Walmart parking lot. It was like those side stores, whatever's over there. There's like a business center, like a business building, that tall one. So it actually happened there. Okay. And so what did I do? I fucking took the pain and I walked home 2-3 miles. Okay. I want to say it's more like 1 mile, maybe two, possibly. So I busted my ankle because I fell in, or I almost fell in that pothole, right? So I had to walk home because I was alone. Okay. So I get home and that's when I realized, like, bitch, you're by yourself. Your husband just left you. Like, you are by yourself. Who are you gonna call? Who are you going to call? So I never went to the doctor or anything like that. I was limping for like months. Like, I didn't do, because back when I was younger, I didn't really care for myself. You know what I mean? I just would, I would just, oh, well, it'll heal, kind of thing. So now when I rolled it last night, it's the same ankle. It's the exact same one. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it hurt. It doesn't hurt as bad as it did the last time because that was 20 years ago. That was 20 effing years ago. And I just remember it was around. Oh, I remember it was around Christmas. Yeah, yep, I remember. Oh, and then I had this couple friend, and because I didn't know what to do because my it was like huge, like it was like swollen, and I still worked and everything. I still went to work, um, but my friends, they were a married couple. Chris and Christina, that's what their name were. They came over to my house. It was a Friday night. You know, they could have been out or something. They came all the way to my house and they like showed me how to ice it. Like they showed me how to they helped me, you know? Like I was like, "Oh, thank you." You know, I'm not used to people doing nice things for me like that, you know? So so they showed me how to ice it. They were doing my because they actually worked with me too. So at work they were like helping me with my side jobs and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool, you know. But that's the same injury that's going on right now. So I'm about to go to I don't know, they told me not to go to an urgent care, but I don't want to go to the ER because I'm not trying to be there all day, you know. I just need to make sure nothing's broken. That's it. I just want to make sure I'm going to be okay, but it just hurts really bad. So the other thing that I wanted to say in that last video was that excuse me, was that okay, throughout this year, you know, I've been harshly judged by some people, okay? Which is fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I cannot force anybody to like me. I can't force people to agree with what I say either, okay? Now, I mentioned trolls, right? And these trolls on the internet, you know, they don't really bother me anymore at all, you know. They're like a non-factor to me, but in the beginning it was kind of hard, you know, because like I said, they point things out that you didn't even know. You didn't even know. They point out your insecurities for you. So I will say, I know there are so many different types of people in the world, different types of cultures, different types of religion, different types of spirituality. Like, there's all kinds of different people. Like, we can't all be the same, you know? Like, I understand people don't recognize my spirituality or they don't understand what I say half the time. Which is fine. Which is fine. I know because when in the beginning, a lot of this stuff didn't make sense to me, and now everything's like coming together. You know, like a puzzle. Like everything is just coming together beautifully. Okay, and and I can't. We can all just agree to disagree. Okay, we shouldn't be judging people so harshly. We shouldn't like discount people just because you think that they're less than you. That's not very nice for people to do because you don't know we don't know anybody that we see online. You don't know them personally. Like you don't know what people go through every day. We don't know what they've been through, nor do we even care, right? But it's just there's just so many people that if they don't agree with you, they will like there's no way you can change their mind. Like that you're always going to be wrong and that's it. Okay? And you're wrong. You're so wrong. I'm going to make sure I tell you you're wrong and I'm going to make fun of you every chance I get. There's no need to go to that extreme. You know what I mean? There really is no need. And that was the hard part of this whole journey was the judgment. And like that's why I kept on saying, don't judge people, stop judging people. But now I honestly I don't even care. And for the people that are being judged, okay, we have to understand that we are going to be judged and people aren't going to agree with us and people are not going to see things our way all the time. And our way isn't always the right way, right? What I do may not be good for somebody else's lifestyle, right? We are all here living our own individual lives with our own individual families, and you do what you do, what you can, however you can, the best way you can, and whatever makes you happy, okay? Because that's what's important is just the simple things that make you happy. That's it, you know. Now there is something like in the news that I will bring up about Andrew Tate, okay? He was arrested for, so I will not say why because it turned out to be false. Okay. But people just saw, which this man, I do not agree with anything he says, but he has a right to feel how he feels for what he has been through in his life. We don't know. He's mentioned, and he has his reasons on why he thinks the way he thinks. I don't agree with it, but am I going to go out of my way and call the cops and falsely accuse him of anything? No. That's happened to me too this year. The cops was called, and because apparently I was like this was a whorehouse and I was a drug lord. Yeah, and that's all because somebody didn't like me. Somebody didn't like me, so they decided to falsely report me, and say that I was doing these things and calling the cops on me and stuff like that, and CPS, which I didn't have anything to hide, so I was like, fine, whatever, come on in. So I can see his side of it from that. He didn't do what they were accusing him of. They were assuming he was like that because of his views in life, and with women. So that wasn't fair to him because that's also a waste of resources. Hello, there are really people that are being abused and treated badly. There's real cases like that. There's no need to call the cops on people who are innocent. Okay, that was a waste of time. That was a waste of resources, like I said, like waste of money. Like that's just a waste, like use that money wisely. Like we're already short staffed, even on the police forces. Like we are short staffed. CPS is always short staffed. So why would you want, like, especially in this mommy sector that I watch, people be calling CPS for any little reason, okay? Any little reason. And that is why there is such a weight. That's why there are so many people, and there's a lot going on. Like each caseload for each caseworker is, you'd be surprised, you'd be shocked. But people don't think about that. People just think about themselves and how what you're saying, I don't like it, so I'm going to do what I can to stop you in your tracks and stop you with what you're doing. And that's just wrong. That is wrong. You cannot do that to people because that shit's going to come back to you, okay? Because anything you put out there, you're going to get it right back. That's what I've been saying this whole time. But that was the hardest thing of this whole thing, was how misunderstood I was. How misunderstood I was. Like I'm like, no, but I can see why I was seen that way, because it was the way I was portraying myself. So I only had myself to blame for that. But that I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know, okay? If I would have known, like I wouldn't have, I would have been nicer. Well, would I have? No, probably not. But, I just have a very unique way of expressing myself. But I don't know. I just think that, and then of course, all these people that are sharing these stories about Andrew Tate being arrested, they're not going back and redacting what they're saying. They're just leaving it out there, and people are still talking about it like if it's a thing, and it's not even a thing. Somebody called the police on him because they knew he was in Romania, and they just said that he was holding women against their will in their apartment, and he wasn't. He was released like an hour later, 2 hours later, but nobody really covered that part, because people just want to know the bad. They want to be right. They want to be right. They want to be right about you. They want to be right about me. They're just so stuck on me being something that I'm not, okay? And they don't care if you've been cleared or if you proved yourself innocent. They don't care. They're going to continue to say what they want. And that's okay too. You do whatever makes you happy. Okay. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing to keep me happy. All right. So I got to go to the doctor. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.